So today was primarily a review. We're going to start off with a new lick that we learned, which is themed around the painted black lick that somebody mentioned. Beyond that, we're going to go ahead and talk about the chromatic scale, C major, and chords and things of that nature. But of course, this is review for most of us, so feel free just to practice with the first section if you're fluent with all of this. So to start off, the new lick is going to start on A, second fret on the G string. It's going to go like this. So the notes are A, B, C, D, C, B, A, G sharp, A, B, A, G sharp. Okay, so get used to that. And our chords that will go along with that are going to be A minor and either E major, or you could do E major 7 of any variation. But so the chords are going to be two measures of each. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Of course, you can finger pick it, you can strum it, you can put a little flamenco variation with some percussion into it as well. And eventually, if you'd like, we can take the finger picking and actually put the melody in it. Like so. Okay, so now that's the new thing we did for today. Now the review that we have, of course, we have our chromatic scale, which is first finger on the first fret, second, third, and fourth. Just remember to keep all the fingers down as you go. Walk all the way down like so. Fingers down. When we get down there to come back, in fact, we're going to reset. Reset all the fingers on the B. Reset all the fingers on G. Reset. And once we get used to resetting, we'll get to the point that we don't have to because it will just be a muscle memory. Now, for the scales, most of us are already familiar with the C major in first and fifth, some of us seventh and 12th, but let's go ahead and make sure that we've got first and fifth down. So again, first is going to be open, 1, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, 3, open, 2, open, 1, 3, open, 1, 3. So again, down and up. Okay, and then fifth position is going to be 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 8, 5, 7, 4, 5, 7, 5, 6, 8, 5, 7, 8. So down and up. Okay, and we'll cover 7th and 12th next time. All right, so from there, again, we did the exercise on the board where we actually mapped out the entirety of the fretboard based on first position. So remember, if you know where your whole steps and half steps are, you have unlocked the entire neck to understand how it works. And of course, we'll be putting that into more practical application. But we did talk about how we can basically transpose keys using our scale. So for example, we'll use fifth position as a reference point. Fifth position in C. Say that's the only position we know. We can use basically our whole steps and half steps to figure out where that scale position is going to go. So we're in the key of C, and we know that's fifth position. Now, say we want to go to the key of D. Well, the C and D are a whole step apart, right? We have C and D down here that we can use for reference. So a whole step apart, that would just mean that we move the whole scale up a whole step. And we play a D, and it fits. So for example, we want to go backwards. We wanted to play in B. If this is C, we know that B is a half step. Yeah, half step back. So all we have to do is drop everything down a half step. B, and so forth. So that may not entirely make sense yet, but it will soon enough. But just keep in mind where your half steps and whole steps are in your scale. E to F, B to C. And that will be the case every time. And so with that information, both like we did, we can map out the fretboard horizontally on each string and then vertically break it down into positions, and also figure out how to play our scales like they revolve around the neck rather than just learning scale upon scale upon scale. So if you have any questions, let me know. It's been great meeting y'all, and I'll look forward to the rest of the semester. Take care and God bless.